Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy RJ back at you again. I know I've been my fault, y'all. I had to check something, but yo, I know it's been a minute since I've been gone. I know it's been about a month. I had to do some things. But yeah, we back. But yeah, we back at it like we never left. Yo, so alright, so y'all. So today we got the time death annihilated an entire bloodline by Playmate leak. Yeah, so and far as I know, it's about the bloodline the Final Destination Bloodline movies. The 6 installment in the movie. I did a thing where I watched most of all of them. I think I only missed 3, or like I watched like half of 3. But yeah, y'all, yeah, we back at it, and I'm finna be going crazy lately. Like I be tired, but I'm finna go crazy. But yeah, let's get into it. Y'all already know the vibes. Before I hit the play button, y'all gotta hit that like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, let's get straight into it. My bad, y'all, if I sound a little weird. I don't know what's going on. I think I got
so the scene opens up and we got Paul trying to surprise his wife Iris. We get to the surprise where Iris can finally take her blindfold off, only to see that the surprise is this death trap called.
Yeah, my fault, y'all, for posting off the rep, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro, that junk is too high in the sky, bro. There is no way I am getting on that, bro. And then if I remember, yeah, that's right. Then when you get to the top, the entire, well, not the entire, but majority of the entire top floor is just completely just see-through glass. So if something happens or one of them glasses break, somebody's falling through there, and well, you know the rest. But yeah,
Skyview.
I've already bought the tickets.
What?
We're flying to Philadelphia.
No!
That's
No!
I have trouble getting on the rides at Six Flags.
Yep.
There ain't no way in hell I'm
and when I don't care, fight me about it. There's one ride that I will never get on, and that is that the Goliath. I will never get on that ride. If I do, it's just because I just want to see what it feels like, or I just want to get it, just want to ride it one time and get it over with. But pause. But yeah, nah, I would never go up into something this high.
to go up there. You can see it in her face. She wants zero part of this. While they're walking into the building, we see this little shit stealing coins out of the fountain.
And bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, my fault falling again, but bro, this little dude pissed me off, bro. He was so annoying, bro. Like, bro, just go sit down somewhere, bro. Don't you got some work to do, kid? Like, come on now, kid. Don't you got some work? Don't you got a job to do? Go do what you gotta do, bro, or something. Like, go play with a stick or something, bro.
And I already knew bro was finna be a problem. Look at what he's wearing. He's not poor. He has no reason to be stealing coins. We get into the elevator where it looks like this door does not want to close. Then we find
And my fault, y'all. I'm gonna stop. I'm really gonna stop pausing. But the fact that door didn't close all the way, and then later on, and then hold on,
out that the building was finished 5 months ahead of time. I'm sorry to tell you.
Oh yeah, nah, I would have said, hey, bro, let me off right now.
But all that means is that y'all opened this spot way too early. It might be GG's. Then to make things worse, this little shit is back at it again, jumping up and down, trying to scare everyone in the elevator. Now this message right here is for his so-called parents. One smack is all it takes to get little bro back in line. Take my advice, it might just save his life. We make it to the concierge and Paul tells him that they have a reservation, and this nigga had the audacity to open his mouth and say, I'm sorry, but we're at capacity. I just said I have a reservation. Fuck do you mean you're at capacity? I'm part of that capacity. Like, why are y'all even letting people come up here then?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Bro, exactly.
Imagine being able to.
It says to forget that capacity, so her and Paul walk to the bar. Paul wants to check out the view and Iris starts getting nervous. What Eminem said, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, and I can't blame her because this shit is 500 feet in the air. I would have passed out simply going up the elevator. Iris starts heading to the bathroom because she's nauseous, and she does the one thing you're not supposed to do, which is look down. She goes to the trash where we meet Evie and William Bloodworth. Thanks to Evie, we learned that Iris is pregnant, which explains why she's extra nauseous. Iris ends up back with Paul, and this brother cannot read the room because he takes her to the fucking rooftop, knowing that she does not like heights. Like, bro,
there is no way that I'm gonna look at my girl face and see that she's low-key kind of scared of the fact that we're even this high, and then I'm gonna be stupid enough to take her to the roof. Yeah, bro, you just dumb, dog. Bro, you just dumb.
Oh, come on. We come across this little shit once again, and this time he's being told not to throw his coin off the roof, and this is because it can literally body somebody. But bro shrugs it off and calls the worker a fat ass. I'm sorry, but whose son is this? He needs a belt. He out here moving like Dudley from Harry.
For real though.
Paul hits the "Will you marry me?" and Iris tells him that she's having his child. And unlike most black fathers, Paul does not disappear, putting a ring on her finger, taking on the task called life. Now, after even being warned not to, this kid throws the penny and it goes through the vent, getting stuck in the fan. Bro, this little shit is a...
But technically, like, when you really sit back and think about it, that's low-key kind of impossible, because it's like ain't no way in the world that a penny gonna do all of that. It's gonna, he threw it off the roof, and ain't no way it's gonna fly back into the air vent, and then just so happenly just gets caught in between that little part between the fan and the vent. Okay.
A menace. He's single-handedly responsible for the next set of events, y'all. Like, I know Death is supposed to be the antagonist of this movie, but the real villain is this tweaker. Iris and Paul head to the dance floor to celebrate their engagement, but we see that the glass where everyone's dancing is about to shatter. Whoever built this shit needs to be fired, bro. You are not supposed to build this with actual glass. Then on top of that, we see bolts shooting out of the part that supports the building. And if that wasn't enough, this penny gets launched into a fire hazard, setting off catastrophic events. Everyone's having a good time not knowing what's next, but Iris's spidey senses start tingling.
If you know what I'm talking about.
The glass shatters and everyone begins falling. This woman manages to hang on before this dude hits his head. Shit gave him Antonio Brown's level of CTE, and if that wasn't enough, bro right here hits the stand, causing it to break. And now it's literally raining humans, dog. This is why I don't do heights. This shit is insane. Paul is hanging on for dear life, but the glass breaks, causing him to hit his head and take fall damage. Shout out to Paul, man. Bro just got engaged and was told that he's a father after proposing, and he didn't run from the grind either. I can respect that. Now it's complete madness in this restaurant. We got niggas falling, this guy setting people on fire. I don't even know why he's still trying to cook, and an explosion wiping out a good bit of people. All of this because that child would not stop being a menace, bro. You know what? I'm not even gonna blame him. I'm blaming his parents, because there's no way you were disciplining this little psycho. Now I want to say shout out to Evie, because she saves her son before being burned alive. Everyone's told to hit the stairs, and we see this menace being the first to get to safety, had the nerve to scream children first. Little bro, this is your fault. The stairs crumble and it looks like he's the only one who got saved. Everyone makes an attempt to run at the elevator, but when we get there we see that it's over capacity and Iris cannot get on. Then the concierge who denied her service earlier gets fried. Man, that body was sick. Like,
that junk was crazy.
Everyone,
bro, I don't know what that thing was, but that dude got flattened, bro. Bro, he got flattened. That's crazy.
Runs to the other side of the building, but Iris stops because of her cramps. But this saves her life because the building begins to tilt. This woman falls and turns her ankle into a spaghetti noodle, while this woman tries to grab Iris to pull herself up, but that don't work because Iris makes it up there, and here goes this penny falling onto the piano, and I swear this penny starts trolling. Thanks to that little tap, the piano gets knocked over and hits this woman like a truck. Man, these deaths are brutal. The glass breaks, sending everyone down to take fall damage, and we see that this kid right here, the one who caused all of the
bro, this jump made me so mad, bro. I literally thought bro had survived, but bro
made it out untouched without so much as a scratch, or at least that's what we thought, because as he runs out giggling, the piano falls straight on top of him. Then the penny goes back into the fountain where he stole it from. Man, talk about karma. Iris grabs William and
that's crazy. The piano that the penny landed on kills you and then ends up back in the same fountain that you found it at.
Tries to find safety, but the building collapses. Then we see that she's literally hanging on thanks to her engagement ring. But we know that in these premonitions, everyone dies. Her finger gives out, then her and William begins falling. And to end it off, she takes a blade to the throat. As we know, this was just a premonition. But for some reason, this girl named Stephanie was the one having them. And she kept seeing the same premonition over and over, which made all of her grades drop and made her restless. Now it turns out that Iris was Steph's grandmother, who she never met before, and that Steph was having the same premonition she had. Now Iris managed to save everyone that day, so the premonition never came true. But when Steph asks her aunt and uncle about Iris, they just say that she's crazy. And this doesn't even make sense because in the movie, it's proven that she saved everyone. You would think that if your niece is having the same exact vision, maybe, just maybe Iris wasn't so crazy. Like now is where you're supposed to take this shit serious. Steph goes to the middle of nowhere to visit Iris, and Iris is explaining how she's been cheating death her entire life. Oh no, women are evolving. She literally just said that she cheated death her entire life. If she can cheat death, she can cheat on you. Y'all boys stay safe out here. Iris catches Steph trying to body them, and Steph is just mad confused. Then Steph tries to leave because she thinks there's a chance that Iris might be crazy, but Iris proves her point by giving her this book and telling her to take a step back. Then once Steph does, Iris gets bodied in the craziest way. Now Iris is gone, which means death is now going for the rest of her family. Steph does some research and confirms this because everyone who was supposed to die in that premonition have already passed in that specific order, leaving Steph's family last in line. Not to mention that Iris's book is giving her a play-by-play on everything. Steph's family is having a function, but danger is around every corner. We got rakes on the trampolines, grills setting off, and glass trying to get into people's drinks. We see that Steph is noticing the signs that she's on the way, but Howard is already about to launch a rake into his foot. Darlene notices the rake and puts it away, but that was just the beginning of Death's plan. And
Oh my God, sorry for the ad, y'all.
And Death was trolling this entire movie too, throwing up pump fake after pump fake. Aunt Brenda knocks over her bottle and this turns on the hose. Then Steph pulls up and everyone is happy to see her, but Steph still has that bad feeling.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
As Bobby falls through the trampoline, making Julia knock her cup over, breaking the glass cup. Now this is just another pump fake by Death because Howard steps on this piece of glass, piercing his foot. He says that he's okay, but he's not, as the hose knocks the rake onto the lawnmower, turning it on. Then Howard falls, eventually getting the goofiest death in this entire movie. I'm shaking my head. Death was not playing fair in this movie. Steph tells her family that Death is going after them by order of their bloodline, and this is because they were never supposed to exist. She then says that Eric is next, but everyone treats her like she's crazy. But not even 24 hours later, Eric gets stuck to the ceiling fan, branded, and trapped in a fire in a tattoo shop.
How the fuck did he not die?
And to make it worse, bro still wasn't taking Death serious. After all that, we see him still trolling Death. Now the craziest plot twist happens, as we see that Death literally tricks Steph. It was Julia who was supposed to be next, not Eric. She gets 360 no-scoped into a trash can and dumped into a garbage truck. The Campbells end up chasing down the truck and stopping it, but it was too late because the compactor did not get stopped on time and Julia gets crushed. Well played, Death. Well played. Death literally used Eric to trick Steph and get a free one off Julia. Turns out that Eric wasn't even a part of their bloodline, and the fact that bro is just now finding out that they're not related is crazy. Everyone realizes that Steph was right and Bobby's next in line, so they get together to stay safe and find help. They pull up on William Bloodworth, aka JB, and he tells them that the only ways to survive is by taking someone else's life or by dying and being revived. And he also tells them not to mess with Death because if you lose, you're cooked. Bobby and Eric sneak away to feed Bobby peanuts because he's allergic, which is one of the dumbest ways to go about this. Like, there's no telling how bad the peanut allergy could cook him. They find a Reese's cup pack, but it gets jammed in the machine, so they start rocking the machine like some dumbasses. But instead of bodying Bobby right there, Death had other plans in mind, because once they enter this room, a clipboard falls and starts up the MRI machine. Like, how convenient is that for Death, bro? Oh my gosh. They grab a wheelchair for Bobby as he eats the Reese's cup.
Man, this scene right here was crazy.
Meanwhile, the MRI machine is literally attacking Eric, bro, ripping off his ear, nose, and nipple piercings, all while Bobby is literally on the brink of death. Eric is over here fighting for his life as the MRI machine rips out his hip piercings. Then the wheelchair sends him into the MRI machine only to get folded like a damn lawn chair. Bro, the worst part about his death was that he was supposed to live. Death literally bodied him for trying to save his brother. The nurse opens up the door and you would never believe what happens next, as the spring from the vending machine earlier gets sent straight into Bobby's skull, one tapping him for that 2-for-1 special. Oh my gosh, bro, Death is not fucking around this movie. Steph, Charlie, and Darlene decide to go to Iris's cabin for the rest of their lives. This way they can use Iris's method to cheat Death, but Death literally trolls them the moment they pull off.
4 fucking seconds! It took you 4 fucking seconds to piss me off again!
Bro, that will never not be funny, bro. That will never not be funny.
They bust through the gate when Steph gets her seatbelt jammed, but she wastes no time sending Charlie and Darlene into the cabin. Now the moment they open this door, a little spark enters the house, setting it on fire, and then boom, the RV gets flipped and now Steph is drowning. Then to make things worse, Charlie is literally trapped. Darlene shows up helping Charlie and she has some nasty burns. She then tells Charlie to help Steph and that she'll be fine, but she gets bodied right in front of bro. Like, nah, this shit is insane. insane. Charlie goes to help Steph and things somehow get even worse as he manages to somehow stab himself in the hand. Now Steph is just trapped and literally drowning. She blacks out and a few minutes go by, but we see that she somehow managed to survive. Then Charlie and Steph begin walking off like Rick and Carl did from the prison. 24 hours later, we see that the coin that started all of this ends up getting jammed in some train tracks. Steph ends up learning that she did not cheat death because she was technically unconscious.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one.
Then this train goes off track and it's now chasing Steph and Charlie. Bro, ain't no way.
Honestly though, for me with that though, they low-key kind of messed up on that part. Well, like Steph and Charlie, because I get you trying to run from the train, but why are you just running straight? Like, why don't y'all zigzag? You and Charlie go that way, or Charlie go that way and you go this way, bro. Like what, bro?
This shit's actually happening. Final Destination went from plane crashes to getting chased by literal fucking trains, bro. I genuinely cannot believe what I'm watching, dog. Oh my gosh. They all run the train and Steph hits the classic white girl fall from every horror movie. Then right when they think they're safe, these logs from the train crushes them like bugs. Nah, this shit was personal with death, bro. Sending a train at them is something I've never seen in these movies, dog. Death was pissed. Anyways, if you stayed this long, I just want to say thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this insane video.
Alright, bro, great video, bro. But yeah, alright, y'all, so that's been your boy RJ. So if y'all enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Deuce. Hey, come over.